Have you ever frozen mid-sentence, not knowing what to say, feeling your mind completely blank? What if I told you that there's a way to speak English confidently, even when fear tries to stop you? Hello, my friends. I'm Peter from English Unlocked, and today I'm going to share a simple habit that can transform not just your English, but the way you communicate, the way you think, and the way you feel every single day. Many of us struggle to speak English freely. We feel nervous, we worry about making mistakes, and sometimes it feels easier to stay silent. I know that feeling. The panic, the doubt, the maybe I'm not good enough voice in your head. But here's the truth, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to get it right every time. What matters is learning to accept your mistakes, calm your mind, and take small, consistent steps forward. Today, you'll discover how to move from worry to awareness, from fear to acceptance, and from hesitation to calm confidence. By the end of this video, you'll know how to control your nervousness, embrace your mistakes, and speak English with freedom and flexibility, skills that will help you not only in language learning but also in work, study, and life. Let's start simple and let's start together. When I first started learning English, I was very worried. I felt my mind go blank when I tried to speak. I thought maybe I am not good at English. I thought maybe English is too hard for me. But then I realized something. It is normal to make mistakes. It is normal to feel nervous. Everyone feels this, even people who speak English well. The important thing is to notice small steps every day. I started to do small things. I learned one new word every day. I listened to a short English video. I tried to speak one sentence with my friend. At first, it was very hard. I still felt fear and nervous. But I accepted it. I said to myself, it is okay to feel nervous. It is okay to make mistakes. Then I started to feel calm. I started to feel a little free. Step by step, I became more confident. I learned that small wins every day make a big difference. Now I can speak more naturally. I do not try to be perfect. I just try to be present. I can control my fear. I can enjoy speaking. Every small step gives me freedom and confidence. And this is the real way to learn English and use it in life. After I started small steps in learning English, I still felt nervous. Sometimes I wanted to speak, but my mouth did not move. I felt my heart beat fast. My hands were cold. I thought, why am I so scared? I know the words. Then I understood something important. Fear is normal. Fear is not the enemy. Our brain thinks danger is near when we speak in a new language. Even people who speak English well feel this sometimes. I learned to accept my fear. I said to myself, hello, nervous Peter. I see you. Let's speak anyway. At first, it felt strange. I laughed a little, but slowly I felt calmer. I felt a little free. I realized I do not need to fight fear. I can move with it. I can speak with it. When I accepted it, my mind became lighter. I could think clearly. I could use simple words. Step by step, my confidence grew. Now, even if I feel nervous, I can speak a little. I smile. I breathe. I try again. And each small step makes me stronger, calmer, and more free. After I learned to accept my fear, I started to see speaking English in a new way. Before, I always thought speaking was like a test. I worried, what if I make mistakes? What if people laugh at me? These thoughts made me stop before I even started. Then I asked myself a simple question: what if speaking English is not a test, but an opportunity? This small question changed everything. I began to see every conversation as a chance to practice, to learn, and to connect. When someone spoke to me in English, I did not panic. I told myself, this is my moment to try. Let's enjoy it. I also learned a trick from improv theater called yes and. When someone said something, I accepted it and added my own words. For example, if someone said, "It is raining today," I could say, "Yes, and I love the fresh smell of air." This made conversations happy and easy. I noticed my voice became freer. I could smile more. I could speak more naturally. Step by step, I stopped trying to perform and started to communicate. I realized that English is not about perfect words. It is about sharing thoughts with heart and being present in the moment. After I started to see speaking English as an opportunity, I noticed another problem. Many times, I stopped myself before I even started. I wanted every sentence to be perfect. I thought too much about grammar, about words, about mistakes. Because of that, I sometimes said nothing at all. One day, my friend laughed and said, "Peter, you think too much. Just talk." At first, I felt a little embarrassed, but I understood he was right. I was standing in my own way. I was blocking myself. Then I tried something new. I decided not to be my own teacher when I speak. No correcting, no judging, just speaking. It was not easy at first, but it felt free. I could laugh at my mistakes. I could try silly exercises, like saying wrong words on purpose. These small games helped me relax and speak without fear. I learned that I do not need to be perfect. I just need to be present. I just need to speak. Step by step, I felt calmer. Step by step, I felt more confident. I could enjoy speaking English, and it became fun. This simple change gave me freedom to use English every day. After I learned to stop blocking myself, I started to think differently about speaking English. Before, I always saw it as a test. I thought, what if I fail? What if people laugh? This fear made me feel heavy and nervous every time I spoke. Then I asked myself a new question: what if speaking English is not a test, but an opportunity? This small question changed my mind. I started to see every talk as a chance to grow and learn. Every conversation became a moment to practice and connect. I also learned a fun idea from improv theater called yes and. When someone said something, I accepted it and added my own words. For example, if someone said, "It is raining," I could say, "Yes, and I love the fresh smell of the air." This made my English feel alive. I realized that when I open my heart and say yes to new moments, my English became smoother. My voice became freer, and I could smile more while speaking. Step by step, I stopped thinking about mistakes and started thinking about connection. I felt calmer, stronger, and more confident. This simple change gave me freedom and joy every time I spoke English. After I started saying yes to speaking, I wanted to get better step by step. Before, I thought about big goals. I wanted to speak English like a native. But this goal felt too big. It made me nervous and sad. Then I changed my plan. I said to myself, today I will learn 5 new words. Today I will watch one short video. These small goals felt easy and real. Every time I finished one small goal, I felt happy. I also started to write down what I learned every day. Some days were slow. Some days I made mistakes. But I did not stop. I knew every small step moved me forward. I saw my progress, even little by little, and it gave me hope. I learned that small wins every day are stronger than big dreams without action. Step by step, I became calmer, more confident, and freer. Learning English was not only about words or grammar. It was about growing, connecting, and enjoying the journey. Each small step brought me closer to my goals and made me feel proud of myself. After many small wins, I began to see English in a new way. Before, I thought English was only words and grammar. Now, I saw it as a way to open my world. It was a way to meet new people, learn new ideas, and dream bigger. I remembered my first time understanding an English movie. I felt so happy and proud. I remembered my first talk with a foreign friend. I felt excited and free. I realized learning English is a journey, not a race. Some days are slow. Some days I make mistakes. But every day, every small step helps me grow. Even one new word or one short sentence is progress. I learned to enjoy the journey, not only the result. I smiled at my mistakes. I celebrated small wins. Step by step, I became calmer, stronger, and more confident. I knew that small, consistent actions bring big change in life. English gave me freedom, confidence, and joy. And now, I want to share this with you so you can feel the same. After I enjoyed small wins and new experiences, I faced another challenge. Sometimes my mind ran too fast before speaking. I thought, what if I forget words? What if they do not understand me? These thoughts made me nervous again. Then I learned a simple trick. I stopped, closed my eyes, and took a deep breath. I said to myself, Peter, be here. Just now, not in the past, not in the future. This small moment helped me calm down. I felt my mind clearer. My words came naturally. I also used little actions to stay present. Sometimes I counted from 10 to 1. Sometimes I stretched my shoulders or moved my hands. Sometimes I said a fun tongue twister like, she sells seashells. These small things brought me back to the moment. When I stayed in the present, I could listen better. I could think clearly. I could enjoy the conversation. English became more than words. It became life, a way to connect and share. Step by step, I became calmer, stronger, and more confident. I learned that being present is a powerful key to freedom in speaking English. After many years of learning English step by step, I finally looked back at my journey. It was not easy. I made many mistakes. I felt nervous many times. But every small step, every small win, brought me closer to my goal. I remembered all the moments I felt fear, the times I froze, and the times I laughed at myself. I remembered the first time I understood a full English movie. I felt proud and happy. I remembered the first time I spoke with a foreign friend. I felt excited and free. I realized learning English is more than words or grammar. It is about courage, curiosity, and patience. It is about accepting mistakes, controlling fear, and taking small steps every day. Step by step, day by day, I grew calmer, stronger, and more confident. I learned to enjoy the moment, to connect with others, and to speak with heart. Now, I can say with all my heart, your English does not need to be perfect. You just need to start, take small steps, and keep going. Every word you speak, every sentence you try, brings freedom, joy, and confidence. One day, you will look back and be proud of how far you have come. And that is the real power of learning English and using it in life. Remember, learning English is a journey, not a race, and every small step counts. Here are 2 simple tips for you. First, practice a little every day, just 5 new words or 1 short sentence. Second, embrace your mistakes and speak anyway, even if you feel nervous. If you enjoyed this story and want more tips to speak English confidently, don't forget to subscribe to English Unlocked. Thank you so much for listening. Keep learning, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next episode.